reliable starter to best in the league to greatest of all time. Today, Buckleberry Kaleidoscope will redeem his name and become the greatest goaltender of all time. If you haven't seen episodes 1 and 2, they're at the top of the description. If you don't want to watch episodes 1 and 2, I'll give you a quick recap. Basically, I've become Connor Hellebuyck. Not really, but kind of. I'm widely recognized as one of the best goalies in the league at this point, but I just can't win when it counts. I have the stats, the talent, quite a few trophies, including a Stanley Cup, but my playoff performance was fraudulent, and last episode ended with me requesting a trade. Each episode, I've created 3 challenges to complete to become whatever I'm trying to be. First, it was a reliable starter. Then it was to become the best goalie in the league. Today, it's gonna be different. The goal is to become a GOAT. But before I do that, before I become the greatest goalie of all time, first I have to find a home. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, physiological needs come first before you can become a reliable starter or the best in the league or the greatest of all time.
You are my son.
First, you need to meet your physiological needs. I need a home. I need a team. I spent 8 seasons with the Ducks, 1 season with the Dallas Stars, and my new team is the Minnesota Wild. I requested a trade to a contending team, and my new squad is ancient. Kirill Kaprizov, Brock Besser, Nathan MacKinnon, some very impressive and big names in hockey in today's league. But in this Be a Pro, it's 2034. I wasn't sure if this team would have the legs for a deep playoff run. There's only one way to find out though, and in my first season with Minnesota, we did make the playoffs. And in round 1, we have the Chicago Blackhawks and Connor Bedard, the best team in the league. Game 1 of round 1, Chicago never stood a chance. Our offense was brutally efficient, and in net, I was stellar. Buckleberry Kaleidoscope saved everything from standard routine shots to heart-pumping, nerve-wracking breakaway chances, batting away one-timers, excellent, perfect, flawless rebound control. I did not play perfect the entirety of round 1. We lost a few games, we won a few games, but Thomas Harley's last-second game winner powered us past the Chicago Blackhawks in 6 games. Next, in round 2, we've got my old squad, the Dallas Stars. I spent 1 season with Dallas Stars. We won a Stanley Cup, but I played like shit. The world labeled me as Buckleberry Fraudoscope. If I want to prove myself, if I want redemption, right now is the perfect time. I need to lock down my former team. I was completely defeated. The film was bad. My stats were bad. Dallas went on to win a 2nd Stanley Cup back-to-back, this time without me, solidifying the narratives that I suck, proving to the world I'm a regular season goalie, a stat patter, the most overrated goalie in the league. Next season, the team was only worse. Kirill retired. MacKinnon is a shell of what he was. Brock Besser is gone. The season went okay. I put up great numbers and won my 2nd Vezina, but it was all empty. And in the playoffs, we would face the San Jose Sharks in round 1, go up 3-1, and then choke the series. Another crack in my GOAT case, and the final straw in my realization that I don't have a home in Minnesota. I talked with coach, I talked with management, I talked to the media, my teammates, my agent. I told them all the same thing. I'm leaving the Wild. And if you're not subscribed, consider leaving a smack on that subscribe button. Because according to YouTube, only 27% of the people who watch— Bang! New chart! You've probably never seen this chart before. A breakdown of audience by watch behavior. 5% of you are regular viewers, 35% are casual, and 58% are new. If you're a new viewer and you want to see more, consider subscribing. If you're a casual viewer and you've seen my videos before, check if you're subscribed. You might think you are, but you're actually not. If you're a regular viewer, don't worry about it. This one's on the house. You get a pass for now. But no matter who you are, thank you a ton for clicking on this video. It seriously means a lot to me, and I have huge plans for NHL 26. If you want to be a part of those plans, hit that subscribe. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm done. Back to the video. After requesting a trade from the Minnesota Wild, I was sent to the Colorado Avalanche. I met with management, new coaches, new teammates, and after talking to the fans, I knew Colorado was home. They asked me, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? If I say no, my brand likability goes up. If I say yes, my teammate likability goes up. My teammates like pineapple on pizza, which is good because pineapple does belong on pizza, and I belong in Colorado, meaning I have now met Maslow's first hierarchy of needs. My physiological needs have been met. I'm already a reliable starter. I'm already the best goaltender in the league, but what will it take for Buckleberry Kaleidoscope to become the GOAT? What does it take for any sports player to become the GOAT? A dominant peak? Unheard of longevity? No! I just need enough things that people can point at instead of having a nuanced GOAT debate. Think LeBron James, most points of all time. Think Michael Jordan, 6-0 in the finals. Think Wayne Gretzky, most points all time, even if you don't count his goals. Do these accolades alone make these players the GOAT? No. Well, maybe Gretzky's does, but the point is, I don't actually need to be the GOAT for people to think I'm the GOAT. I mean, there's a large amount of people out there who truly believe Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He's not, all right? He's never played winning basketball in his life. Without Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan is 1-9 in the playoffs. He's never been past the first round. Scottie Pippen made his career. Is that true? No. But do you get my point? You don't really have to be the GOAT. You just have to put enough narrative pieces together for people who are stupid to leave dumb comments on TikTok. It's all about the narrative. If I want to become the GOAT, I need 3 things. Number 1, the counting stats. Some absurd stat you can point to and say, look at how great he is. LeBron, most points of all time. Gretzky, most points of all time. Number 2, at least 10 trophies. You need a full-ass trophy case. It doesn't matter what trophy they are, just a bunch of them. And number 3, a GOAT moment. A titular moment in your career that you can point at and say, who else is doing this? Michael Jordan, flu game. LeBron, the most important, most impressive, most greatest block defensive play of all time in the most high-stakes moment of all time. Gretzky, 47 points in an 18-game playoff run. Back to the present and my new team. We find ourselves matched up against my old team, the Minnesota Wild, who through 14 games are the worst team in the league. Going to the third period, the game was tied 2-2. Alex DeBrincat broke that tie in 1 minute. He would later on get injured. A little bit of stat padding, an injury for their team as well. An absolute piss missile of a snipe. They pulled their goalie to make a final push, but it didn't matter. They couldn't beat Buckleberry, and we won. I was the first star at 28 years old, 12 years into my hockey career. Buckleberry Kaleidoscope hit 99 overall. And in my first season with the Colorado Avalanche, we made the playoffs. Finished as the 4th best team in the league, and in round 1, we got the Nashville Predators, where we would go on to lose the first 2 games of this series. I was once again questioned about my playoff performance, but with the solidarity of the fans and the teammates and the system and pineapple on pizza that they have up in Colorado, I locked in. I took it personally, and we did not lose a single game against the Predators after that, winning 4 straight to knock them out in the first round. We kept this momentum in round 2 against the number 1 ranked Chicago Blackhawks. A few shutouts and first stars had this series over in 6. Next up was the Sharks. The Blackhawks and Sharks are quickly becoming new rivals in Buckleberry Kaleidoscope's career, and this is the first series to go all the way to Game 7. But we dominated 7, up by 3 with 20 seconds left. The win was in the bag, and after a huge assist from the post, who I had to show some love, we won. We beat the Sharks and are headed to the Stanley Cup Finals. In my first year with the Colorado Avalanche, we are headed to the finals against the Buffalo Sabres. Possibly the last team you'd expect to find on a deep playoff run. The Sabres were the third best team in the NHL at this point, and during this entire playoff run, I'd been tearing narratives apart. Buckleberry Fraudoscope is no more. I've been showing out. Last episode, I finally triumphed against McDavid. This episode, I've beat Connor Bedard twice. Now I'm facing a 38-year-old Austin Matthews on the Buffalo Sabres. Despite being 38, he scored 47 goals and 71 points in 54 games this season. He has over 1,100 goals, 10 Rocket Richard trophies, 6 Selkies, 3 Art Rosses, and 4 Hearts, but no Stanley Cups. I'm here to keep that number at 0, and this was an intense series, much like the Sharks, back and forth all the way to Game 7. And Game 7 was not close. They had some quality chances, but Colorado has a quality goalie, and we would go on to win this Stanley Cup. In my first year with my new team, we won the cup. I didn't win the Conn Smythe. I thought I had a good chance at it, but there will be more chances for it. This is my team, my people. My teammates have my back. My coaches believe in me. The fans love me. According to them, I'm the guy. My first season on the Avs, and we were Stanley Cup champs. Next season, we missed the playoffs. That hurts, but it's okay. The Sabres would win that year, giving Austin Matthews his first cup and Conn Smythe. The year is now 2037, and the league, it looks a lot different. Most of the faces we know and love are gone. McKinnon and McDavid already retired. Matthews almost retired. Connor Bedard is now 31 and is going around the league collecting one of each trophy. No doubles, just one. Fast forward a season and I'm showing out again. The team has taken a bit of a hit. We lost in round 1 and the Sabres end up going back to back, but I won another Vezina and my first Jennings just in time for a brand new contract. I knew I was going to stay with the Avs. At this point, Buckleberry Kaleidoscope is 30 years old. I'm barely on pace to meet my GOAT requirements. The counting stats are something that's going to have to wait till the very end, but currently I have 1 Jennings, 2 Stanley Cups, and 3 Vezina trophies. That's 6 out of 10 trophies, but most importantly, I don't have a GOAT moment. No flu game, no game-saving block, no historic playoff run. The pressure is ramping up. It's time I become the GOAT. The only GOAT challenge that doesn't take forever and can be completed at any time is the GOAT moment. So I set out, I dedicated myself to seeking out this GOAT moment and to being up to the challenge. And then coach challenged me. We were already on a hot streak, but coach wanted to continue that streak and get a win the next game. So I locked in. This could be my GOAT moment in the making. Now, no matter how great I play, it's just another regular season game. Even if I make a fantastic save, the best save in the history of the NHL, it's only one save, and it would only be in the regular season. My moment would have to be in the playoffs, which was a problem because we weren't really doing that good in the playoffs. I did win another Jennings and have been slowly working on counting stats, and management has been busy. They signed Jonas Blackburn in free agency and have been making some pretty good moves for our offense. But on defense, it is not pretty. Only one 80+ overall player, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. That's why they have me. And our first game of a brand new season was against the Chicago Blackhawks, who we also ended up playing in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 1 was close until the end when Mikas powered through the game winner, leading to a 2-1 victory. And this entire series was close until the end, all the way until Game 7, where we pulled away with a 5-0 shutout. Next up was the St. Louis Blues, a series that would also go to 7, and I didn't post a shutout this time, but I did severely outperform their goalie. Another Game 7 victory. Halfway through the playoffs, and I'm on a pretty solid pace to pick up my first Conn Smythe, and in the conference finals, our opponents are the San Jose Sharks, and we would go down 1-3. Earlier, we went up 1-3 against San Jose and choked it, and now we're down. But they're facing a different goalie on a different team, and I could sense the moment. the GOAT moment. If I could complete a 1-3 comeback, this could be just what I need. And I played stalwart. 1 goal on 38 shots. Next game, 27 shots. No goal, shutout, next game. Game 7, 42 shot shutout. In the past 3 games of this series, all of them with the series on the line, I faced 107 shots and let in 1 goal. Every game, the stakes were as high as they could be. Back against the wall, Kaleidoscope did not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. We played the New York Islanders in the Stanley Cup, and I would start this series with a shutout and end it with a shutout. A clean 4-game sweep, completing my GOAT moment. One of the most statistically dominant playoff runs in hockey. And when you add the context, it becomes the greatest playoff run of all time. Any sport, better than Gretzky, better than McDavid. 3 of the 4 series were won off of my shutout. 2 of those were in Game 7. After going down 3-1, I strung together some of the most dominant performances of all time. LeBron had back-to-back 40 bombs. I had even better. 3 games, all amazing. And you might be doubting. You might say, that's still not the greatest of all time. Wayne Gretzky still had 47 points in 18 games. This was my defensive core. These were the stats. You know the context. I have completed 1/3 of my GOAT challenges. I've completed my GOAT moment, and the rest comes with time. I never made it back to the Stanley Cup Finals. I never won another Stanley Cup, but I did stack up a lot more stats and trophies. Another Jennings, another Vezina. I wrote an autobiography. They made a documentary about me. And in my last year in the NHL at 41 years old, I won another Vezina and Jennings, the oldest to ever win either of those trophies. And I didn't retire because I was washed. I was the best goalie in the league in my last year of the league, but it was time. After 25 years, 4 Jennings, 1 Conn Smythe, 5 Vezinas, and 3 Stanley Cups, I called it quits. Completing my career and the trophy challenge, my counting stats were very, very impressive. The most games played all-time league-wide. Shutouts all-time in Colorado history. Wins all-time in Colorado history. Wins all-time league-wide. I ended my career arguably the greatest goalie of all time. All because of one little lie. Previously, last episode, and at the start of this one, my career was in a precarious place. Buckleberry Fraudoscope, that's what they called me. I'd won a Vezina and a Stanley Cup, but in reality, ultimately, I was just a homeless bum with cheese whiz in my veins. Then I made my way to Colorado, and they had one question for me. Answer this question correctly, become the GOAT. Answer it incorrectly, stay a bum. The truth is, I don't even like pineapple on pizza. It's not terrible, but I wouldn't say it belongs. Some people put it on pizza, but does it belong there? And why is it called Hawaiian pizza if it has Canadian bacon? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you a ton. I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.